What's up, everybody? I'm back, man. As you guys know, this is a fitness channel with a twist, and today's twist is, I guess you could say I'm going to do a reaction video to Mr. Lucky Sun Tzu and his guest, Swifty Blue. Ooh-wee. I mean, I've heard about Swifty Blue in the past, and man, that individual ruffled a lot of feathers. But I got to give credit where credit is due. That individual does have talent when it comes to rapping. I think he's one of the best ones out there. You know what I mean? There's a couple other ones, but yeah, he's got talent when it comes. He's got skills, you know. But before I go and do that, let me give you a little breakdown on what I have to offer on my fitness program, people. This is something that I do on a regular basis. I always got to start off talking about fitness, nutrition, or overall health in general. I usually give out free tips how to improve your overall health, you know what I mean? Especially with people that are suffering with certain conditions. You know, at the end of the day, always remember, always get advice from your primary physician, your doctor, okay? Your nutritionist, you know, because I am not a licensed doctor. I'm a full-time online fitness coach. I help change people's lives. I help people with their weight loss, the struggles of going through weight loss. I put together I build nutritional eating habits for them. You know, I customize workout plans for them. I dial in their nutrition. With the customized workouts, what happens with that? I customize workouts that are tailored to your lifestyle. Every workout comes with videos explaining to you exactly how to do that workout, how many reps and how many sets you're supposed to do for every workout. At the end of every daily workout that you're supposed to do for that day, you press a button on your phone and it saves all of your stats. So the importance of saving your stats is because you become your biggest competitor. So the next time you come back around to that same workout, which you will, you compete against your old numbers. You don't compete against anybody else on the team. Everybody's privacy is very well respected on my team. No one has access to your profile. The only one that does is me. And obviously, I need access to it because I need to see your stats. I need to go over your personal diary to see where you're at, where you've accomplished, and where you're setting yourself back, you know, because I have to guide you as a coach. Why? Because I've did this. I went from fat to fit to ripped. You know, you guys could go check out my transformation. It's on Instagram, high power fitness, high_power_fitness_. And yeah, right there I have testimonials from team members, non-team members. I have transformations. I have you know, some good material over there. If you want to go check it out, go check it out. But yes, so I customize your workout plans. I dial in your nutrition. We do weekly phone calls. We do weekly Zoom calls as a team. We weigh in every week on an empty stomach, which is very important. And then we do progress pictures as well. The progress pictures are very important for me to review. And the reason is because someone could always, you know, on their end, put down that they hit every workout perfect. You know what I mean? It shows their progress and all that, their personal best. And then their nutrition is showing like it's pretty good as well, you know, because it's very easy to punch in your stats. Whether you're being honest with yourself or me, your pictures won't sit there and lie for you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the importance of the transformation pictures. And once I'm able to see them transformation pictures, then I could actually determine whether we need to make adjustments to your program or not. That is very important because when you come in, you sign up with my program, you follow the blueprint. You keep it simple. Simple skills and fancy fails, okay? When you start going gung-ho, you start incorporating other things that aren't part of that workout plan, you need to let me know this. And the reason is because nutrition is key here. If you're putting more work into your workouts than you're providing nutrition to the body, you're going to come out looking sloppy. You will come out looking like a melted candle or a soft serve ice cream. That is very unattractive, okay? You don't want that look. You want your body to be able to tighten up as you progress in your program. Okay, so anyways, if you guys want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up. It's high power fitness, high_power_fitness_. You could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Now, let's get to Mr. Lucky Sun Tzu. For those of you that don't know, I was a former guest on Lucky Sun Tzu a while back. You know what I mean? I woke up to a text message and actually a DM invited me to Lucky Sun Tzu, and I was like in disbelief. You know what I mean? Because from what I've gathered, the information that I've gathered, everybody that comes on his show is always sending him emails asking him to be on there. So he weeds out the people that he wants, and he might put some on the side that he might consider. However his technique is, that's his technique. But he reached out to me, you know what I mean? Like I said, I was in disbelief. I had to wipe my eyes. I thought maybe I was seeing something. But it is what it was. Let's get straight to the punch. Mr. Swifty Blue is the talk of the day here. I've said on my live the other day, I used to hear this voice. Look, hold up. Let's pump the brakes real quick. Now, here's a perfect example right here. When I was listening to Lucky, I don't view the video. I don't know who's on there. I don't see the faces. I listen to the video while I do my workouts, okay? That's kind of like when I came across Swifty Blue's music. I didn't know the face behind this individual, but when I heard him, I thought it was a brother, straight up. The guy sounds just like a brother. He used the N-word an awful lot, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, the face I placed on there was some little brother, maybe out from Compton or somewhere in South Central, or anywhere. It could have been anywhere. I just say that section because those are the sections that I'm familiar with. Okay, even though, like, if you go to Compton and stuff like that, right there, most of Compton's all filled with raza nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But I just say in general, you know what I mean? Because a lot of their heavy hitters come out from there. I've done time with a lot of heavy hitters from out there, from the Bloods and the Crips. But anyways, so I never knew who this individual was, and then later on, I started hearing all this stuff about him. He's telling people he's got to check in, and when I started hearing this, I said, oh, boy's going to get himself in a wreck because he is nobody to be checking in with. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody even had that right to put something up like that on social media. So I seen a wreck in the making. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He went through his trials and tribulations. He suffered the wrath of many different things from what I've heard. I won't co-sign any of them because I never, it's none of my business. This is just stuff that's always put out here on social media. And I'm one of the persons that believe, hey, a lot of stuff shouldn't be aired out on social media, but it's something that isn't preventable. I tell you that right now, because there's always somebody that wants to shoot for clout. And this is where I finally understand that clout. Mr. Swifty Blue came forward and said the reason why he did a lot of the stuff what he did was for clout. He was clout chasing. And I didn't understand that back then, but I understand it now because I see it the way everybody changes. People do shit for clout. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Do you really want to put your life at risk just to gain some clout? I mean, for myself, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, if someone takes shots at me, I'm going to fire right back at them. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Lucky Sun Tzu, man, I'm proud of him too because you know what? I didn't even see him lift up a drink while, during this time, not one time did I notice him have like a drink by him. I know, but like when I was on his interview, he wasn't drinking or anything. But I know I just said I don't watch the thing because I don't. But every now and then I got to go switch to the commercial because it goes to commercial, so I press skip. So obviously I'm going to get a short little glimpse of him. I was impressed by Swifty Blue. He talks like a brother, straight up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I will never accept, like the dead homies and all that stuff, man. That stuff, it just sounds so ridiculous coming from the homies down here. And that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bashing the homie because I actually, at one point in time, someone wanted me to tap in with him. But we just left it as that. You know what I mean? We how should I say? We had a short little interactions on Instagram because, I'm all about fitness, you know what I mean? Oh, here's another thing. To you individuals that believe that fucking burpees is the key to everything, you guys got to give that fucking old pinta mentality up. That's bullshit. Burpees are not going to get you fit and ripped, man. It's through nutrition. You guys want to keep on living that party life on the weekends and doing your little bit of burpees, you're not going to acquire a Bonnaroo look, straight up. It requires dedication and discipline. You got to be committed to what you want to do on getting that body change, that body recomp. Okay, people, it's not burpees. Burpees isn't the Captain Save-A-Hole workout. You know what I'm saying? And I say that in the most respectful way, but I trip out on people. A lot of individuals claim they're yoked and all that, but you guys are not yoked. You guys are fat. You guys might be able to do burpees and shit, but it doesn't mean that you're like yoked and you're in really good shape. You might have a little bit of wind, but Trust and believe. There's more to it than that, people. There's a science behind it. So anyways, I got off track. I am the motherfucking rambler. That's what I do. It is what it is. For those of you that don't like it, you guys can swipe away. Just, you know, take a different avenue. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys just got to get used to this. I do ramble on a lot. So back to Swifty Blue. You know what I mean? I was impressed with the individual. You know, he still sounds like a brother, but he was really, really cordial. You know what I mean? Throughout this interview, he was getting the smoke on. I noticed that he boy loves to puff. I don't know what Lucky was smoking on, because when I seen him ask for his lighter, I was like, okay, that's where inquiring minds want to know, right? Because I heard him, hey, let me get that lighter from you. So I figured, let me see what his Lucky's doing over here real quick. But, you know, I guess Lucky might have been smoking a cigarette. Here nor there. Well, anyways, as I'm listening throughout the video, I'm really impressed with this individual. Not one time has he used the N-word. So I was like, wow, this guy, he's really being himself. You know what I mean? Maybe that rap is just part of the rap game, because he is let's keep it real. He's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman, and he used a business strategy that got him traction. He admitted to himself that's what he did, why he was doing the things that he did. But the only thing, you create enemies. You know what I mean? And enemies don't go away. They accumulate. They just add up and add up. I mean, friends, they subtract as you go. You know what I mean? Because you burn bridges. And he obviously admitted to that as well. But other than that, the whole interview was a trip. It was interesting, you know what I mean? But like I said, up in an hour and some change, he used the N-word. I said, oh my God. But then what I realized and what I started to notice, he was intoxicated. I'm able to identify this stuff here because I do not get high. I can see the change in the person's demeanor, the way he's speaking, his vernacular changes, and just his overall behavior. I hear it, okay? From the beginning of the interview towards the end, he got a lot more loose. He got a lot more vocal. And I blame that shit on being intoxicated. It gets the best of us. And that's why I don't fuck around no more. You know what I mean? Because when I make a decision in life, I want to have a clear mind and know that that decision that I made was a true decision, a correct decision. You know what I mean? So anyways, to me, that's when the interview started to go a little bit foul, not foul, but like it went the wrong way for me. You know what I mean? I started to lose interest in it, because now it just took me back to like when Lucky and Lefty were doing their interview. I saw it coming. I seen it coming. You know what I mean? They're getting high as a motherfucker. That one I actually did watch, because it was a live one, and you know, he had the homie from the Valle right there, from the San Gabriel Valle, and fuck, man, hey, I tip my hat to Lucky, man. I'm Lucky. Obviously, I tip my hat to Lucky, and to Lefty. Lefty, he's sobered up. The day I see him come to social media again and he's sucked up, he's back on that shit, straight up. So as long as he stays fat is where it's at, baby. You know what I'm saying? For you, at least, Mr. Lefty. So stay healthy, stay clean, think wise, and just keep on prospering. But anyways, Swifty Blue. That guy has a talent, man. He is very talented. And like I said, he was giving every person that he fucking dissed a shout out. So it was kind of crazy, you know what I mean? If I were the person that he dissed, I wouldn't accept that fucking shout out. I said, look at this J-Cat motherfucker. That's the way I was starting to see. But I believe he showed signs of being a little J-Cat-ish. But then I blame it on the puffing and the drinking maybe he was doing. If you guys can listen right here, the gardener's here again. And he's on Monday. He's supposed to be here on Friday. So it is what it is. That dude has his own times. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's cutting, but he's cutting something. It sounds like a chainsaw. Probably cutting down my tree. So anyways, so this may force me to bring this video to an end sooner than what I wanted to, because I did want to elaborate a little bit more on this. See how loud it's getting? So anyways, people, Swifty Blue, he showed a different side of him, but towards the ending of the interview, his real side was starting to surface again. You know, he wasn't dissing anybody, but I believe it had to do with the intoxication. You know, when I don't care who you think you are and how you think you got something under control, when you start doing this and this, you don't think clearly. You may think that you do, but you don't. And I'm telling you from a sober person's perspective. So, anyways, man, other than that, man, it was a good interview. If you guys want me to get into any more detail about this individual, because I actually do know a little bit more about this individual, Swifty, but hey, he's doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? He's out there hustling. He figured out an avenue and he ran with it, and that's what brought him to where he's at today. Me, that OTR tat on both of them cats, that's some straight fucking hey, I'm not a rapper, but you ain't gonna see me putting fucking, because I'm working out with Schwarzenegger, tat Schwarzenegger on the back of my head. Got it fucked up. That's some weird shit. That's just my personal opinion, right? Don't take it in a disrespectful way or anything, but yeah, I see things differently. I'm like in a generation of Lucky. Maybe we're about the same generation. We have like the same beliefs and all that, so we obviously see things a little bit differently. But anyways, people, with that being said, man, I'm gonna bring this video to an end because it's getting rather noisy over here. I think old boy brought his partner to chop down my tree. I need to really go check that out before I go out to the back and find out that my tree is gone. So anyways, people, with that being said, if you want to get started on your fitness journey, hit me up. It's highpowerfitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Check it out, people. Dialed in.
It's Coach Pedro in the building.
Times ain't nothing to it but to do it. You can't
High Power Fitness.
Well, anyways, that's 3 cups of egg whites, 5 ounces
We don't
of
talk
ribeye
about
steak,
it.
Diced up.
We be about it.
4 fresh eggs.
West Coast vibes.
The other half of that
Real
avocado.
grind, real game. Let's go. Rolling up early, sun ain't even rise yet. Mindset locked in, goal set, no regrets. Weights clank loud like a war zone echo. Discipline the weapon, every rep is a death blow. From the struggle to the hustle, we built this empire. No shortcuts, just sweat, pain, and fire. Nutrition dialed in, body sharp like a blade. Mental game strong, never fold, never fade. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth and grit. Every setback's a setup for a comeback hit. We break limits, crush vices, elevate the mind. High power's the movement, leave the weak behind. From the streets to the gym, it's the same mentality. Respect, loyalty, strength, that's reality. So if you're ready to transform, step in the zone. This ain't just fitness, it's a kingdom, a throne. High power, we rise.